Hey, I'm Q and welcome to the channel. So on this, I'm going to be showing you how to fix some oil leaks. I go and replace the oil pan gasket and got the pan all nice and cleaned up and painted. I do not have any footage of doing the valve cover, but the valve cover is just a bunch of 11mm bolts, and then we pulled the air cleaner off. Also, while we had the air cleaner off, we did re-clean the air filter and refreshen it because it's a K&N. And then we replaced the grommets, and then we did the oil pan gasket. And I repainted the oil pan. And that was it. And it good. Takes like 6.5 quarts of 1030 engine oil. Also, I soaked all the oil pan bolts. And then with the oil pan, all I did was I just used a little hand sponge and brake clean. Got it cleaned up and then put some primer on it and then put a fresh coat of paint, because it does, the exhaust does sit right there, and the high heat can cause the paint to flake, causing the oil pan to rust out. So as much protection as we can add, that's the best thing to do to the longevity of it, unless you want to buy a new oil pan. But this is the original oil pan for a 2002 Wrangler, so that's good so far. Anyway, I'm going to go and get this on, and we will see how it goes. Alright. Okay, as you can see, there's still the exhaust. I disconnected the battery. I unbolted the starter. The starter was pretty easy. You had one bolt that is up there, and then you had another bolt that was right there. And then I removed the 3 bolts for the exhaust gasket, or for the exhaust pipe there. And then I removed three bolts that were the pipe. I left the front one still in, but this pipe is movable. So, yeah. Now, with the pipe out of the way, I still need to clean the block, but you're going to want to apply, wow, this thing, oh, okay. You're going to want to apply silicone to the corner there, a little bit of silicone there to help hold the gasket up, and then another silicone in the corner there. And then back over here, you want silicone in the corner there, and then the corner there. And that's because it's the front seam. And then clean all the oil up on the sides before you stick the oil pan back up. And once you get the oil pan up, you can put the starter back on, and then you can put the exhaust back on. It's not too bad. We will just put some silicone in the edges. And try not to get hit by the flashlight. And let me guess, the silicone for some reason is not coming out of the tube. Really? Huh, that is weird. Well, we have the technology. We can fix it. Huh. Wow, the silicone the tip was cracked or something? Because there was no silicone coming out. Like it's blocked. Really? This is a brand new tube. Huh. Well, this is great. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a professional with my video. And now it's I can't even get the silicone out. And I don't want to cut the tube. Oh my gosh, really? No, the whole thing dried up. brand spanking new bottle. Alright, so I got the oil pan up, and I got the exhaust back on, and that was dirt going in my ear, which was cool. So there's the oil pan. It's up. Right there is a rubber seal. Make sure you put that on before you put the pan up. Because there's a little lip on it, and it's pretty much like a dust cover, so you don't get dirt and mud and grime going into your clutch. And then the starter was 15 millimeter. There's the one bolt there, and then the one bolt up there. Then you have the 3 nuts here. Those bolts are like pressed into the catalytic converter, I believe, because there's a muffler there. So you can't remove the bolts. So the 3 nuts are 13 millimeters, and then up there I reinstalled the 3 bolts. You see the one back there, and then the 2, and those were 15 millimeters. I used a swivel socket and then like a basic wrench to get it up, and that is it. Now I'm just gonna put some oil in it. I'm not gonna start it because I got spark plugs to do and I got other stuff to do, but that is how you do an oil pan. And there's 4 different size bolts. So there's those 2 bolts for that rubber seal is a different style. And then you see how there's 2 in that corner, and then there's also 2 in the other corner. Anyway, one of those is a special different bolt. So anyway, I need to connect the battery up, and then yeah, I got a bunch of other stuff to do on this. So that's an oil pan. Okay, also got the oil all filled up. Takes 6 quarts. I used Mobil 1 1030. I like Mobil 1. I don't like Royal Purple. I know a lot of people put Royal Purple on this. I don't. I have always had good luck with Mobil 1. So yeah. Anyway, I've already put. Also, I recommend. So if you are doing the oil pan, do new oil filter, and then your oil pressure sensor is behind the oil filter or right above the starter. You're probably not gonna see it. Anyway, replace your oil pressure sensor. It is a cheap part, probably less than $100. Just do it. So you fix your whole oil system. I've also done a valve cover gasket on this. I didn't get any video of it, but it's also all just 11 mil bolts. I popped the intake pipe off, and then and like that one hose, and it's just 11 bolts, and it comes right out. And then you make sure you get the gasket with new rubber grommets for the bolts, so it's easier. Yeah, for right there, for those things. And don't lose those metal washers. Trust me, it's not fun trying to find them.